The Technical Protection of the Sovereignty Bill really under Minister of Internal Affairs. Kati bweba lili under Minister of Internal Affairs nga minister ya ino obuyinza to decide ani munna Uganda atali munna Uganda n'ebikolwa byonna nga biri mukono gw'omusajja omugwira Omunyarwanda Lawrence Muganga. What do you expect? Chicho Sobira. Minister of Internal Affairs gobateeka mu tteeka lya Protection of the Sovereignty Bill okutandiko okupima ani munna Uganda n'atali munna Uganda ani akola atya n'akola atya buyinza babuwadde musajja Munyarwanda. Okitegera bulungi nnyo kati oyo muteeka ate omugwira ate afuga ate eggwanga Uganda ate nga baleeta amateeka nga n'atufuga yennyini abba obulusi munna Uganda. Kuba nze olwafulumya cabinet nembatirayo information neninasosa gikuba screenshot bwana gibye screenshot nenjibaterayo passport sijja gibalaga kubanga passport eyo on social media okuteekayo data w'omuntu naddala ali mu record zitakirizibwa. Wabula kansoke mbasobereka message kano kasoma. Dr. Lawrence Muganga was arrested from his office by Joint Security Forces on 2nd September 2021 over allegation of espionage and illegal stay in the country. Today, he has been appointed Minister of State for Internal Affairs, the very ministry under which the agency has arrested him. Kati, omwami oyo ayogera lunye nti yese muna Uganda era ba refugee. Kati zimuku clips zinjagala bazanyirako. Njala soka bazanyira clip eno mugitegeere mumanyi kituliko era muzukuke. Kansoke bazanyira clip eno ya muna Amawulire ndoze eno NTV Kenya if I'm not mistaken. Eno NTV Kenya then you can kuzanyira kali akatambi akalako nawulira.
A prominent Ugandan academic arrested on accusations of spying for regional rival Rwanda has been released following the intervention of President Yoweri Museveni. 55-year-old Lawrence Muganga, Vice-Chancellor of the private Victoria University, was arrested on Thursday by Joint Security Forces for suspected espionage and illegal stay. Video from the university security cameras posted online showed Muganga being taken in broad daylight from his Kampala office by armed plainclothesmen and uniformed soldiers and put into a van known as a drone, which is associated with abductions of government opponents. Muganga was released last evening after a friend of his called on the president to intervene.
Kati bw'omala okuwulirizaako njagala nkwe full video ey'okukwatibwakwe.
Footage from CCTV cameras shows men in plain clothes entering Victoria University premises. They then engaged Dr. Lawrence Muganga and his executive assistant Herbert Kayongo in a corridor, and later his security guard Barbara Nagudi joins them. Footage shows Dr. Muganga, his executive assistant and the bodyguard walking from the corridor. He was not allowed to enter his office, and a scuffle started when one of the security officers got hold of a pistol to whisk him away. In a vain attempt to guard her boss, Muganga's bodyguard Nagudi was overpowered by the other security officer. Footage then shows Muganga being taken out of the building at gunpoint by a car parked outside. More armed men are seen entering the building and dragging the bodyguard to the same car outside the building. Colleagues who came out of the building in an attempt to follow the matter were forced back by armed men. Footage further shows a van with armed men returning to the premises, bearing a now handcuffed Muganga, who was then brought in to facilitate a search. The Army spokesperson Brigadier Flavia Bekwaso confirmed Dr. Muganga's arrest after her tweet on the same matter yesterday.
His arrest was on account of espionage, and then also some issues about his citizenship, because what came out is that he holds a Canadian passport, he doesn't hold a Ugandan passport. What is true for a fact is that he was born here, but he relocated around 1994 to Rwanda. These are the issues that are under investigations, issues to do with the citizenship, what conditions are there to question whether he's a citizen of Uganda or he's no longer a citizen of Uganda. Does holding a passport from another country deprive you from the citizenship of where you were born? You know, those are matters under investigation.
However, relatives, friends and Muganga's lawyers have condemned the manner in which Dr. Muganga was arrested.
Humiliate the Vice Chancellor of a university in broad daylight. What happens if they picked you after midnight? Yes, if at all he committed a crime, why wouldn't you summon him? Or why don't you walk into his office, identify yourself? We are security operatives. We want to talk to you. We don't want to cause commotion here. Can we go with you? In a civilized world. And 2 weeks back, the president of Uganda was on TV talking about the same.
I want to make this very clear. Under Uganda law, no organ of the UPDF can conduct an arrest of that kind. And even if they do, they are supposed to be subordinate to the police.
They also maintain that Muganga is a Ugandan national born in Masaka.
The man was born in Masaka, raised in Mukono, went to Makerere. From Makerere, he went and worked in Rwanda. From Rwanda, he went to Ethiopia. From Ethiopia, he went to Canada, lectured in universities in Canada. Then he thought that I think it was prudent for him to bring that knowledge here in Uganda. Because I saw it everywhere. Gashumba, Mwenda, Mbide, the agents of Rwanda. Personally, I cannot even step in Rwanda. I can't. I was born and raised in Masaka. I'm a Ugandan 100%. The way Muganga is.
Recently, he was the
kamala okutereera bulungi. Ono Gashumba ayogera yasinze okusanyuka nga balonze Chaliwo Omunyarwanda. N'agamba ye tasobola kulinnya kigere kye mu Rwanda. Kubanga bamuzalira Masaka naye on a daily basis ayogera nti ye Munyarwanda. Kye tuba tubaga nti East or West naye nga tozaalibwa Rwanda kubanga tebaagala kwogera ku nsi yaabwe n'okubayita abanya. Naye bano abantu bali mu kiki? Butembwe bubatawaanya, buteyagala butawaanya, oba bwe baazaalibwa nga baakubonaabona. Waliwo enkugambya muganda wange. Constitution ya 1995 kyali kitabo kya Museveni si ssemateeka wa ggwanga kubanga ne Museveni ali mu Uganda mu bukyamu. Kyokkola ateeka mu bano bonna Abanyarwanda banne. Omusajja ono kennyini mu katambi kano akunnyonnyola. Nawo n'akatambi ke nasuze ntaddeyo. Ye kennyini akunnyonnyola. Ye kennyini akola ki akunnyonnyola.
I grew up in Masaka, where there was a time in 1985, there was a campaign that emerged from Okote's time to Tito Ruva's time, where they were shipping out every Munyarwanda to take them to where? Rwanda. And a place they did, like our great parents came from that place. My father didn't even know how Rwanda looks like. Now, us who were just babies, we didn't even know how even the road that goes to Rwanda. Now, I remember in our very area, we had only 2 to 3 weeks to my parents to be taken back to Rwanda. And most of those people were being thrown in a national game park somewhere, called Kagera, somewhere in Rwanda, for lions and whatever to eat them. Now, Museveni took power. Our area, just in 2 weeks, when we are about to be thrown out of the country, he took over what? That very place. Now, my father, that's how we are saved. Now, my father told us, before actually he died in 1999, he said, for as long as that man is still desiring to run for president, vote for him. Now, myself, my siblings, we don't even vote our own conscience at all. So we are just voting for our father who died in 1999. Until Museveni stopped running and stopped voting for him. But now I vote for my dad. So I wish I even had my right to vote for myself. But that's the respect you have for your parents. So young, but I'm showing you the peace, the protection that he gave that entire community of Rwanda in this country. So, and when you guys say Rwanda, Museveni, my friend, we know where he picked us from. Alright? So sometimes we don't vote our conscience, we vote for the protection, the peace, everything he gave to our country for us to grow up and live and see.
Alright. So for them, they are protecting Museveni because he protected them. But they have all rights to kill innocent Ugandans, to imprison innocent Ugandans, to torture and kidnap innocent Ugandans to protect their stay in Uganda. Isn't so? Yes. Now, the so-called Professor Muganga, you know it exactly that you are holding 2 citizenship. That is a Canadian citizenship and Ugandan citizenship, as well as Rwandi, a person from your origin is from Rwanda. Do you think that whatever Museveni is doing in Uganda is right for you? That you protecting a man who had massacred and killed innocent Ugandans, mostly the Waganda, in the region where you're seated. He went far in the north. He created Kony. Kony killed and massacred our brothers and sisters in northern Uganda. He went on creating ADF, which terrorist group he supports and funds, which has terrorist people from the the western side of the country. So you support someone to kill indigenous Ugandans for you to stay in our homeland. So you don't want anybody to come out to pinpoint Museveni and you, the Rwandese people who are massacring us. As we speak right now, Museveni has done more harms than good, to the extent that each and every criminal activities which are taking place in East Africa is Museveni involved. The 1994 genocide was funded and supported by Museveni. And all